Hello, yoga family. Welcome to our live community yoga classes. I am so thrilled to be here live with you. Thank you for taking the time, especially if you're live, and also especially if you're taking the time to tune into the replay. So I see some of our comments coming in. Callista is here from our team supporting you in the chat. I'm also monitoring it as well. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Many of you know I live in sunny St. Petersburg, Florida. That's where I'm tuning in from. Let us know where in the world are you. We know we're an international yoga community. Hey, Timmy, I know I am so pregnant, you guys. You're going to see the belly from the side in just a moment. You're going to get a full perspective of how far along I am. So today's class, because I am very far along in my pregnancy, is really going to pull from different limbs and different systems within yoga. And we will do some light, subtle asana, but the primary focus is really having this holistic experience here together. So let us know where you are coming in and zooming in from. And I do need to let everyone know we are here for 3 purposes. Okay, so there's 3 reasons that I'm leading these live classes over the next 3 weeks, always at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Number 1 is so we can be together in community, right? So while many of us are at-home practitioners because we like to and we choose to practice online, and while many of us who might have been studio practitioners have been forced to practice at home due to us living alongside COVID and navigating this pandemic. And so there's a big chunk of us here, and you can let us know in the chat, you know, what is your practice like? Is it completely online at home? Is it a mixture of at home and in the studio, or do you really prefer to be fully in the studio, right? However, most of us were absolutely forced to adopt an at-home practice over the last 1.5 years. Has it been longer than that? I'm losing track. And so that's beautiful because yoga is a very personal practice and it can be very independent and individual. However, the community component is still so important, and it really matters to be in a space with like-hearted and like-minded individuals who are really sharing those same values of wanting to progress, grow, change, and really be on this path of transformation by leveraging the yoga practice. Yeah, so Kimberly's at home. Terry loves this community idea. Let's see. Dawn, I've always practiced online. Laura said, I wish you all were here in studio. Monica said a mixture, but I prefer in studio. Yeah, so I used to be a studio rat. I think I practiced in the studio 5 days a week for almost 7 years. And let me tell you this, after practicing that long in a studio and then moving onto a sailboat and sailing the world, not having access to a studio anymore, and then coming home to COVID and being pregnant and definitely not going into a studio environment, I have sourced more community from the Body, Mind, Soul studio than I ever did from my in-person experience. Now, there's obviously my own habits, right, of rushing in, unrolling my mat, doing my practice and leaving. However, that tends to be the central theme when you're in a studio in person, right? You're there, you show up, you unroll your mat, you practice, you roll that thing back up and you get in your car and you go on to the next task. So these live classes are here to help us come together and really forge connection and really support one another, all right? So the second reason we're here is I'm here to shamelessly promote the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge. You can see it's up as a banner right now. This is a 7-day holistic yoga challenge. It's offered biannually, so twice a year. It's definitely a big deal here in this community. And it starts on September 5th. So we want you to join us. We want you with us. And the challenge serves the purpose of helping you, equipping and empowering you with on and off the mat tools so you can build this holistic toolkit, break free from self-defeating BS, and reclaim your wholeness. Let me know if that sounds exciting to you. So the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge, again, is a 7-day holistic yoga journey where I equip and empower you with on and off the mat practices so you can build your holistic toolkit, break free from self-defeating BS, and reclaim your wholeness. Alicia said she can't wait. Let's see. Annette said I did it last time. It was fantastic. Auntie Lainey signed up. She can't wait. So great. So over the course of 7 days during the detox challenge, you're going to start this process with me and our detox yoga family. And how many of you know the definition of yoga or the general aim of our yoga practice? I'm going to pause and let you answer in the chat. Hey, Tommy, so good to see you. So good to see you. Laura did the detox earlier this year, loved it. Bobby signed up, did it last year, fabulous. Okay, so Nicolette, mind-body connection, great, okay. Who else? Okay, hey, Carrie, yoke, unite. Martha, union. Laura, body, mind, and breath, great. Let's hear your answers. Dawn, loved the detox. Terry, together. Yeah. Hey, Charles, so good to see you. Another one of our team members. Yeah, so yoga, you know, I love how TKV Desikachar in his book, The Heart of Yoga, gives so many definitions and really expands our perspective. However, the central one that we all come back to and reference is union, integration, and wholeness. And the idea that it's already inherent and it's not that we need to go find it. It's more that we're working through a process of uncovering and revealing the wholeness that already lives within us. So the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge and of course the Body, Mind, Soul Studio exist to help you start and sustain that process, okay? And then my pregnancy brain is blanking. I know we have 3 missions here. Oh yes, with our live classes. The other mission is to really have this conversation about making an important shift. And that shift is shifting from practicing watered down, mass marketed yoga that typically focuses on one limb, mastering poses and performance and surface level promises. I practiced and subscribed to this way of yoga for many, many years. And it's not that it was wrong or bad. It was simply narrow-minded, right? And I was missing out on a lot of nectar or juice or honey that was available to me. So shifting from that perspective over into confidently leading a wholesome, fulfilling life by leveraging a holistic yoga practice, right? And you guys can even hear the root of holistic. There's that word whole. So really pulling in all of the systems and limbs so that we feel like we can navigate any life season and we're still living our yoga on and off the mat, right? So let me know in the chat too, like what life season are you in? As you guys can see, I'm very pregnant and we're going to get started quickly. But you guys, if you've been to my live classes, you know, it always starts with this Dharma talk, this time for us to connect and really soak in some teachings together. So as you guys can see, I'm very pregnant, right? And so my life season is not practicing yoga asana right now. It's a lot of walking. It's a lot of pranayama and a lot of pranayama that I can't do right now, breathing exercises. It's a lot of meditation and mantra, a lot of yoga nidra, so I can feel resourced and revitalized. It's a lot of study. So I just wrapped up my 300-hour yoga teacher training with Ashley Turner. So the path of knowledge. So let me know, what life season are you in? And because I've expanded my perspective of what yoga is and how it can, really complement my life, no matter what season or life stage I'm currently in, there's no guilt or shame around, oh, I'm not doing my practice because I'm not in headstand, or I'm not balancing on my forearms, or I'm not lowering down into chaturanga, right? All of that used to really take up a lot of space is no longer taking up space. And it is so freeing. It is so freeing. Let me tell you. Tommy, lots of introspection and planting seeds. Annette, I teach yoga and it's difficult for most people to adopt to a holistic method rather than fitness. I hear you. Who's Jingle Bell on here? They said Allie taught me that yoga's for on and off the mat. Let's see. Tanya, mom of 2 teens. I really value my quiet time and meditation. I hear that. Molly's going through a process of death and letting go and slowly rebirthing. Beautiful, and so beautiful with the fall equinox coming up. Let's see. Just turned Veda Mama. Cultivating devotion to my intuition, not being a slave to my asana practice. Terry just turned 60. My life seasons: walking, weights, journaling, learning, purging my stuff. I do restorative yoga mainly. Yeah. Yeah, let us know your life season. As you guys know, I'm in a transitional season. So I'm moving from the season of, being in this warrior mode of my life, really leaning into the embers and the flames of the solar plexus, and shifting into the life stage of motherhood and creation, right? So there is a season that we're always in, and it can be week by week, month by month, year by year, or decade by decade. And when we build a holistic yoga toolkit, it can support us through all of that, right? All of that. And it really expands the possibilities. And how beautiful is that? How inspiring is that? And so going back to the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge, we're going to start helping you build that toolkit, or strengthen that toolkit that you've already started building. All right. And then of course, you're invited to join us in the Body, Mind, Soul studio after that, after the challenge. All right. Last thing. Let me know in the chat if you were here for the last detox challenge, because what's so cool for me, and I will always remember the year of 2021, is that through both detox challenges, I've been building and growing this baby girl that will be here in 8 weeks. I'm not ready. There's not one thing set up in my home. There's not one thing happening yet. There's a car seat in the corner. Aside from that, nothing has happened. It's giving me a little bit of anxiety. I'm going to just chill. We're not going to talk about that. But the detox challenge back in the spring, I was 8 weeks along. And, I, of course, could notice it in my body. And some people even messaged me because they noticed that I said I wasn't drinking coffee. Like there were some small things. And so now here we are, and I'm 32 weeks along. A lot's happened. But what's really cool is I'll always remember the year of 2021 when we launched the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge, birthed it into the world. At the same time, I've been growing this baby that is going to be birthed soon. Yeah, cool. All right. So let's talk about the goal of today. The goal of this class today is to believe in your body. And here's our agenda. We are going to start with a little bit of journaling. So please have a journal and a writing utensil nearby so you can participate. We'll then do some seated asana, a little bit of standing work that's really going to connect us and ground us into our roots, aka our legs. We'll sit our butts back down. We'll learn a mudra, chant a mantra for the root chakra, which is your physical identity, the elements earth. It is everything to do with your body and believing in this miraculous, capable, resilient body. And then we'll end with some co-journaling as well to see what's shifted. All right. So get yourself ready. If you're not already, definitely we need a writing utensil and a journal. Oh, I love that, Katie. I believe in my body. I believe in your body. Maureen, I did the last detox and have been here since 2016. I love them for marking the seasonal shifts with health and introspection. Yeah, so good. Okay, yeah, feel free to write that in the chat, right? Like declare it and share it. I believe in my body. And so I'm a huge believer in yoga psychology. That's why I took Ashley Turner's 300-hour yoga teacher training program. She is a licensed mental health counselor, and she really fuses, Eastern psychology with Western depth psychotherapy and psychology. And she's huge, as am I, on the koshas and the chakras being this beautiful map or model or template for us to return to and reclaim our wholeness. So today, if we're looking through and practicing from that lens, what energy center do you guys think we're working with? Which chakra are we going to focus on? And if you know the koshas, which kosha are we going to work with? Yes, I love all of the I believe in my bodies coming through on this chat. Heck yes. And again, that question is, which chakra do you think we'll be working with, and or which kosha? Okay, so root, physical body, great. Annamaya, yeah. Hey, Becca, how you feeling, mama? So yes, the root chakra, also known as Muladhara, it is your physical identity, and it's related to this outermost encasing, your meat suit, right? And also in the kosha system, the Annamaya kosha, which is also the food body, and it is this outermost sheath. You can think of yourself as an onion, and so the outermost layer is the physical body, and it is everything that's tangible, touchable, right? That we can see and feel. And so the physical body, as we know, it holds our soul, and it holds many layers of our being, of self. And we're going to really go in depth inside the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge. I just finished this whole masterclass on the koshas and chakras. So if you love to nerd out on this, definitely join us, because we have about a 90-minute masterclass that we'll be doing live together inside the Detox Challenge. All right, so root chakra, elements earth. The big things we're looking for here are strength, structure, and stability. We want to feel grounded. We want to feel connected. We want to feel vivified by the food we eat, the sunlight that we take in, the activities we choose to participate in, the amount of sleep that we're getting. And so we really want to think about those S words: strength, structure, stability, safety. So without that foundation, it's really difficult to go further with our transformations. So that's why we start here, believing in our bodies and reconnecting. And what I really love are the rights of the chakras. And so this one is your right to be here, and your right to belong, and your right to have. So you can say that in the chat. This is my right to be here, my right to belong, and my right to have. Having is the activity here. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for participating in the chat. I find that the more we participate, the more it feels like, yeah, we are together. This is a community event. So with that said, grab your journal, grab your writing utensil, and I'm going to time us. Let's see here. Our first question, we've got 2 questions. All right, so the first one is, do you feel like you have a right to be here and have what you want in life? And so we'll take the next 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, And stream of consciousness, answer that question. Start writing in your journal. Do you feel like you have a right to be here and have what you want in life? Again, these are root chakra related questions. Another minute. And always invitation to share your findings in the chat if you feel safe to do so. You can also keep it personal and private. All right, second question. Do you feel at home in your body? Why or why not? And we'll take 3 minutes with this question. Do you feel at home in your body? Why or why not? We've all navigated and lived through so many seasons, traumas, illness, pain, discomfort. For many women here, we've navigated birth, miscarriages, abortion, surgeries. We've navigated the transitions of life, becoming a woman, and then going through our winter season, menopause. So much happens in this body, right? That we don't have control over. It's nature. And then there's so much that happens that's not part of nature and it's been inflicted upon us. And yet there is so much healing and hope, right? And so do you feel at home in this body? And remembering there's seasons of not feeling at home. And we can feel like this is a foreign hotel. When this baby is jutting into my rib, it feels pretty foreign. And so 2 more minutes. Stream of consciousness. Last minute or so. And as you arrive at answers, and if you feel called to share in the chat, please be vulnerable. If you feel like it's something that you want to put in front of people and like it will help others feel less alone. But if it's something that you're processing and feels deeply personal, keep it to yourself for now. All right, so pens and pencils down, please. And any findings, again, permission to share in the chat. And get yourself set up. We're going to start our yoga practice, so the yoga asana portion. And from there, we'll settle into chanting with mantra and mudra, some meditation, and then final co-journaling. All right. So give me a I'm ready in the chat if you are ready to start this gentle grounding yoga practice. When we do the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge next March, February, March, we'll be a bit more active. I'll be about 5 months postpartum. Great. Okay. So I want you to be mirroring me. You don't have to have all these props. These are my pregnancy props. Although you guys know I love props no matter what. Upright seated posture. If at all possible, please do be sitting on a block or a blanket, bolster, something to help tilt that pelvis forward and really anchor yourself directly through the central channel, the Sushumna Nadi, where the chakras are stacked. Roots down. Feel free to softly close your eyes or gaze ahead, whatever feels safest for you. Let's take a moment to settle in. Make any adjustments. You can tilt your pelvis really far forward and feel your pubic bone lean. And then you can tuck the tailbone under and come into neutral. Lengthen through the side body. Empty the shoulders back and down. Broaden across the chest, collarbone, chin parallel with the earth plane. Back of the neck lengthening. Start to bring your breath online. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. If you know Ujjayi pranayama, that slight constriction at the back of the throat, you can begin to use that breath technique here. And start softly saying to yourself, I believe in my body. I believe in my body. I believe in my body. And drop the chin towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. Roll left ear over towards left shoulder. Empty both shoulders back and down again. And maybe take this right hand and walk it out to the side. And maybe bring the left hand to rest atop the right ear. Gently guide the head closer towards the left shoulder. Breath is on. Inhale and exhale, supporting you. Hands come back to the thighs, roll the chin through neutral and over to the other side. Right ear, right shoulder, empty, let go. Left hand can extend out. And maybe the right hand comes to the outside of the left ear. And again, turn that breath on. Inhale and exhale through the nose. I believe in my body. I have a right to be here. I can have what I want in life. Last breath. Release the hands. Bring the head back up towards neutral. And if you want, take some full rotations now. So chin to chest, 360 degrees. Move slowly. Move with intention. And other side. And for this practice, really connecting with the physical sensations that are happening. Coming home to this body, right? Coming home. And now swing the arms up overhead. Cup opposite elbows. This is one of my favorite postures. I have to credit Elena Brower. See how tall you can get here, how much length you can have. Yeah, really feel the spine crawling up and vertebral space being made. And imagine that you're trying to pull the arms away from one another, but you're holding on to your elbows. So you're staying firm, strong, stable, and secure here. Inhale and exhale. Roots down, lifting up through the crown, feeling a sense of foundation. Remembering that our bodies are allowed to be messy, just like our homes become. They can become disheveled, disorganized, all over the place. And we clean up, right? We declutter. We wipe down the surfaces. We do the laundry, and it's not a big deal. So come back to this body and believe in it again without the shame, the guilt, the judgment, the hatred. Last big inhale. Exhale, left hand down. I am not mirroring you. So left hand down, elbow bends in towards side body. Reach out through the right hand. Beautiful. Really let that right hip anchor as you extend through the right fingertips. And then invitation to roll the right armpit open towards the ceiling. Steady breathing. Push down through that left hand, springboard and windmill to the other side. Right hand comes down. Anchor the left hip as you reach those left fingertips overhead. And then again, rotate the chest, left armpit up towards the ceiling. Smooth, steady breathing. Let's take that from side to side. So springboard, windmill, left hand comes down, reach right arm. And keep moving. Move at your own pace with your breath. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy re-inhabiting, re-entering, reconnecting with this outermost sheath, our Annamaya Kosha. And one more time each side. Beautiful. And meet me up in a standing posture now. Give me a moment. Oh, you might hear me groan a little bit. I'm at that stage. I'm also at that stage where sweat like starts to develop underneath my breasts, which is new for me because I have small boobs. So, this is a new experience for me. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. Check out this belly, you guys. Let's start with some calf raises. So hands down by your side. On an inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, firm the legs, and bring the arms overhead with you. So sync that movement. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale. And you can move at a faster pace. Keep that movement synced. Inhale to lift you. Reach. Exhale, lower back down. And as you inhale and exhale, really tune into the leg channels, your root system, the entire lower body, base of the spine where the root chakra resides, down through the upper thighs, the knee joints, lower legs, ankle joint, down into the full foot, heel, inner and outer heel, inner and outer sides of the feet, all 10 toes. Oh, and thank you guys for the love. We'll keep going. A few more repetitions. I believe in my body. I have a right to be here. I am allowed to have. Seven more. Last four. And three. Hello, legs. And two. Hello, root system, plugging us into the earth plane. And one. Let's hold at the tippy top for 3 breaths. And lower down. Externally rotate the arms so that your palms are facing forward. And pause here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel the effects of that super simple, short yoga asana practice. Close your eyes, softly gaze ahead. Call yourself back into this miraculous, capable, resilient body that holds these various aspects of self. The layers of what makes you you. And you might even scan your body starting from the foundation of the feet and letting your awareness slowly wave over each area, each region. And sending that loving message as your awareness climbs through the body, starting at the feet, the foundation. I believe in my body. I believe in my body. Climbing that awareness into the torso, if you're not already there. Up into the chest region, the neck, encompassing the head, reaching all the way to the crown. And let's take a huge cleansing breath together, collectively. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. And then take a moment to shake it out. Any residue, any tension. You know, one of our studio guest instructors, Rachel Miller, she uses this term like an etch-a-sketch. So how many of you use an etch-a-sketch, right? And you can even tap yourself. Rachel teaches that in one of her courses inside the studio. Just tap yourself down. And then as you feel ready, come back to your seat. Beautiful. I'm coming into the Chinmaya Mudra. And we'll be using this mantra. So take a moment to look up at the screen. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. And so Om is considered the primordial sound. It was the first sound to be heard. And Shri is the bija mantra for the goddess Lakshmi, who represents preservation, sustenance, wealth, abundance, really this like generative energy. And then we have Muladhara, which is Sanskrit for the root chakra, your root system. And then Namaha is naming. It's an invocation. And so we're calling in the preservation, the abundance, the wealth, the prosperity, the sustaining energy of our root chakra. And so feel free to practice that. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. And I'll be counting for us using my mala beads. So if you have mala beads, invitation to use them. If not, everyone else will be holding the Chinmaya Mudra. So to bring your hands into that hand gesture, make a fist. Connect the thumb and the index finger, pointer finger, so that you create a circle like this. Sorry if it's too far away. Index finger and thumb. And then we rest that here on our thighs. So folded fingers are resting down, and the circle that we're creating with our thumb and index are also resting atop our thighs. And then again, reclaim that regal, grounded posture, your seat. Take a few deep breaths. And the way that we'll chant this is a third of it aloud. So we'll chant it together, a third of it mumbling or whispering, and a third of 108 internally, silently. And I'll cue us, okay? So Chinmaya Mudra, reclaiming that regal posture. I believe in my body. I belong here. I'm strong, stable, and secure. And I'll start us off and then invite you to join me. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Join in. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. 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 Last three like this. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Whispering, muttering, mumbling. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. 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 Last three like this. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Om Shri Muladhara Namaha. Bringing the mantra internally, bringing it in internally and placing it at the root chakra. So as you chant it 36 more times, really anchoring the awareness at the base of the spine where the root chakra Muladhara resides. Chanting Om Shri Muladhara Namaha 36 times softly inside. Last 3 repetitions. If you're using your mala beads, please set them aside. And let's all rest here. No mantra to repeat. Resting in your belonging. Resting in your right to have. Resting in your belief in this body. And so 3 minutes of stillness. Leverage your breath for steadiness. Place your awareness at the base of the spine. Last minute here. Fortifying that connection, that belief in your body, your right to belong and be here. And as we rest in stillness and seal our on and off the mat practice, keeping the eyes softly closed, the breath steady, I'd like to read us a blessing for a new beginning by John O'Donohue. In out of the way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered. Heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent. Wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. A blessing for a new beginning. And so slowly start to open your eyes and come back to your journal, grab that writing utensil, and take a few minutes to notice and reflect compared to before you joined myself and our yoga family for this class. What has shifted since being here? What's changed for you? And specifically, can you connect it to this physical body and the experience that you're having? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Tessie, I also have goosebumps. Literally, all of my arm hairs are standing up. How synchronistic is that? So take a few minutes, and we'll start to wrap up here. Compared to before you joined us, what has shifted for you? What has shifted in how you are choosing to connect with and believe in your body? What's the difference? Let's really paint a vivid picture of before and after and why our yoga practice matters. Great. Thank you so much for sharing in the chat. Grounded from Carrie. More open in my chest from Terry. Nicolette, more open. Terry, free. Yeah, feel free to share in the chat if you feel called to do so. I certainly feel so much better. Thank you so much for allowing me to show up in the different life seasons that I'm navigating, right? So a lot of you are probably used to stronger, more strenuous physical asana. And that's not my season. So thank you for holding space for me to be in transition and believe in my body and where I am, right? And not have any fear or guilt or shame around that. Yeah, thank you, Callista. Keep highlighting those. Yeah. So good. So we'll take 3 ohms before we leave. And these 3 ohms, the purpose behind each one is from my 300-hour yoga teacher training with Ashley Turner. And it was from the module on the koshas and specifically the lesson on the Annamaya kosha, the outermost sheath, this physical body that we live in. So before we close with those ohms, though, please remember that the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge, our biannual live yoga challenge, and Calista, feel free to keep those highlights coming, is happening September 5th through the 12th. It is a live holistic yoga challenge to help you build that toolkit, break free from all the self-defeating BS that's swirling in your vortex and start or strengthen returning to and reclaiming your wholeness. So that is our mission during the Detox Challenge. And I'll be live here showing up over the next 2 weeks to really introduce you to the principles and teachings of the Detox Challenge, which of course are an introduction to the even deeper teachings that we offer inside the Body, Mind, Soul Studio. So great, Jennifer. I love that. Yeah, such a great awareness. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see, a few more people. We'd love to hear from you. Oh, thanks, Kaylin. Yeah, I had goosebumps. All of my arm hairs were standing up. And you can sign up for the detox challenge. The link is in the description below. It's also pretty much everywhere in my emails that I'm sending you lately. Okay. I'll keep bringing this big belly. So we got 2 more weeks and she's on the path of growth. As am I, right? So let's close with 3 ohms. Hands into prayer, Anjali Mudra. Again, reclaim that grounded, regal posture. This first ohm is for yourself, your physical body. It's really paying homage to your genetics, your family of origin, your lineage, your ancestors, your parents and their parents. So this first Om is for this body that we've been given, right? So big inhale. And a reset breath. This second Om is devoted to looking back. So how has this body taken care of you? Right? So we entered the world as newborns. We traveled through puberty. For many of us here, we're women, becoming women. Like I said earlier, surgery, illness, birth, miscarriage, abortion, tragedy, resilience, beauty, healing, magnificence. So much has happened in this body. So the second Om is paying homage to the past and where we've been and the seasons we've navigated. Big inhale. Reset breath. And this third inhale is devoted and dedicated to looking forward, seeing age as a privilege, shattering the shame around aging, and embracing every change as earned wisdom, right? So that gives me goosebumps. Really embracing age as earned wisdom. Every change is really like we're dropping a bucket of a drop of wisdom into our buckets. All right. So last Om together. Big inhale. Reset breath. Heavy sigh. Slowly start to open your eyes. Baby girl gave me a nudge on that third Om. I think she felt connected to us. So thank you so much for being here. I love these live community classes. I love coming together as a yoga family. I think it's so important that we do this and participate in community. And so please accept my team, me and my team's invitation and our whole yoga community's invitation to join the Body, Mind, Soul Detox Challenge. Again, September 5th through the 12th, only happens twice a year. It's kind of a big deal around here and we want you with us. It's free to sign up. It's 7 days of on and off the mat practices. Really, if you're here live, there's no reason for you not to join because you know you're going to like it, right? So thank you all so much for being here. We will be back next Wednesday, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have my baby girl in my belly. I'll be bigger, and we're going to focus more on the mind. So we're going to go from the body into the mind. I hope to see you there. And if you have any questions, reach out to myself or the team. We're here to support you in the interim. Okay. Thanks so much. When inside the studio, when we're on Zoom, we always love to go into gallery mode right now. It's kind of our thing. So just imagine that we're in gallery mode, and we'll do this during the detox challenge. You can see all of our bright faces. Everyone's waving. We love, value, and appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.